Happy holidays, folks, and welcome back to December, the holiday event on the channel where I explore the death and downfall of the DCEU films. I'll be uploading a video every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between December 4th and December 28th. I will be going into spoilers as I see fit, so if that's something that interests you, kick back, relax, grab some snacks, because today we're talking about... Alright folks, I gotta come clean. I lied to you a few videos ago. In my Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn video, I stated that it was the best DCEU film. I figured at the time I had seen the rest of the movies that I have to cover for this series within the last 3 years. I basically know what I'm going to say, and I'm just rewatching them for clarity at this point. But after rewatching Suicide Squad, I realized that I was completely wrong. The Suicide Squad by James Gunn is the best DCEU film, and I can confidently say that now because the rest of the movies on this list I have seen within the past year, and I know where I stand on all of them. I hate half of them, and the other two I like but have problems with. So, this is 100% the best DCEU film. And it is absolutely perfect. It's the quintessential Suicide Squad film. It's got great direction, a great story, great characters, incredible action, awesome CGI and costuming. This movie is immaculate on every standpoint. I have no complaints whatsoever about the movie, and it genuinely surprised me. I thought there would be anything that I wouldn't like watching this movie, and there wasn't. Well, that's not true. The only thing I don't like is, how you gonna do my boy Rick Flag like this, bro? How you gonna take him out like this, man? He ain't deserve to go out like this. He got a girl at home. Bro, well, what about June, man? What about June? Rick need to get home to June, man. This ain't right. How you gonna do my boy Rick like this, son? But that's more just me being upset that a beloved character died in a movie where characters drop like flies, rather than me genuinely hating the movie for doing something bad. And it's so refreshing watching a superhero movie, well, I guess supervillain movie, where I don't have any complaints, especially since this entire franchise is predicated on me nitpicking shit. So, the fact that I don't have anything to nitpick is great. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Video over. I'm the innocent villain. Peace out. Alright, folks, all jokes aside, I do want to talk about what makes this movie so great, and I want to start with the story. The story of the Suicide Squad, in comparison to the first one, is extremely short, sweet, and simple. The Suicide Squad is sent to an island to blow up a building. That's it. There is more to it, that being that there is a dictator that recently took over this country called Corto Maltese, and the US government does not believe that the science experiment held in the building called Jotunheim, and the Project Starfish being the name of the science experiment, should be in the hands of this crazed man. So they send the Suicide Squad there to blow up the building, destroying the project, and secretly destroying all the evidence that proves that the Americans had information and hand in this project. But there's a plot twist that comes later on in the movie when you learn that one of the squad members, Peacemaker, was sent there to ensure that these files never leaked. Now, I actually find that really funny because that twist comes alongside with the joke. See, earlier on in the movie, when Waller is assembling the team, she gets Bloodsport to be the leader of the team and describes his ability set. And then she finds Peacemaker, who has the exact same ability set as Bloodsport. But if you notice, none of the other squad members have similar kinds of abilities. They're all extremely unique, but for whatever reason, Bloodsport and Peacemaker can do the exact same things. However, once you learn that Bloodsport would be morally against what Waller wants, and Peacemaker, who believes in keeping the peace of America no matter what the cost, you understand why she sent him there. It's to ensure that no one ever finds out America had a hand in this, and I think that's perfect. It's something that doesn't really hit you until, like, you rewatch the movie like I did, because the first time it's just like, you're taken aback by the twist. You're like, whoa, Peacemaker is actually secretly a double agent for Waller? That's crazy. But then, you know, it hit me on the second view. I'm like, oh, wait, that joke at the movie was foreshadowing because he is there for another purpose, which makes him different from Bloodsport. I like that. Now, for being perfectly honest, you could tell this movie was going to be a bop within the first 10 minutes, because the original Suicide Squad takes the entire first act to establish who the Suicide Squad is, why all these members are in prison, what they're being sent out for, and who they're trying to kill, and that they can actually die. In this movie, they solve all of that within like the first 10 minutes of it. You get introduced to a different Suicide Squad who is a part of the mission that Bloodsport is going on without us, the audience, knowing at first. We think these guys are the main characters. We're introduced to a bunch of wacky characters we can connect to. We learn what they're doing, how they're going to die, why they're called the Suicide Squad. Everything that you could ask about what is the Suicide Squad movie even about is answered within the first 10 minutes of this movie, and it's absolutely beautiful. I 100% love this. It gets you all the information you need to know so you can spend the rest of the runtime getting connected to the main characters of it and learning more about them and the story at hand. It works flawlessly. It's really baffling that James Gunn was able to execute in 10 minutes what the original Suicide Squad movie couldn't do in like almost an hour's worth of runtime. It's honestly sad and extremely baffling. However, I would honestly say the biggest sell of this movie is the comedy. It's extremely funny, and you have to just kind of see it for yourself to really enjoy it, because I can't really just show you a bunch of the scenes here and telling you them, like I have mentioned a couple of scenes with the story, isn't really going to do them justice. But before I move on from this, I do need to give props on one thing specifically, and that's the fact that Margot Robbie did this practically. Like, this scene here where she has to, like, unchain herself with her feet. Like, it's weird that she actually went through the effort to do this, because they could have just done special effects. Like, they could have just CGI'd it so she could break free. But, nah, she learned how to do it herself, which, kudos to you, because that's pretty cool. Now, probably the biggest element to why this movie is such a huge success is the characters and the acting. Everyone acts their ass off in this movie. It's got a star-studded cast, and all the characters really interact with each other extremely well, as opposed to the first movie where the characters all just said a bunch of crappy, cheesy lines, and they all just felt inhuman and didn't act the way the characters were in previous iterations, like in the comics and other things that they've been in. But this, all these characters feel right. Like, Harley Quinn has probably written the best that she's been in any of these movies. I know I said that in the Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn video, but they somehow wound up here, and she's just absolutely flawless here. She has that mania, she has that energy, she acts just perfectly in this movie. It's awesome to see. If you're a Harley Quinn fan, you'll definitely love her in this film. I love the interactions between all the squad members. They kind of feel like a pseudo family going through these life or death missions together. It's absolutely amazing, especially the relationship between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2. They have this kind of father-daughter relationship going on, and they bond over the course of the movie, and it's just really sweet. I like it a lot, especially the scene where they're on the bus and they both share their backstories and what happened to them growing up.
You worry, eh? I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
I think that was extremely sweet. And of course, I gotta mention my main man, Joel Kinnaman, aka Rick Flag. I really like this guy's acting ever since I saw the show Altered Carbon, well, specifically the first season, because that's the one that he was in, and I have just loved his career ever since. But that is why it really hurt seeing him be a part of the Suicide Squad in the first movie, because he just didn't really get to do much, and although he is one of the best actors in that movie, he just didn't have enough to work with there. So I was happy that he got to come back in this movie, be a fun member of the team, to wear like a wacky, colorful shirt, and just vibe with the Suicide Squad, which made it hurt all the more that they made his character good only to kill him at the end of the movie. Like, this shit hurt, man. I was so sad seeing my man go out like this, but he went out like a badass. Like, this line, sick as hell.
What a joke.
Love it. Went out like a king. But, you know, these characters, they work really well together. All their interactions work, including their quirks, like King Shark being stupid and doing a bunch of random things, like always wanting to eat people. They make stuff like that work with the fact that Polka Dot Man sees his mom as everyone and everything. They somehow manage to make all this stuff fit together perfectly in a both funny and endearing way, and I absolutely loved it. And the last element of this movie that is really good, well, second to last element, and the last few elements of this movie that really make it shine are the music and the action. The action is absolutely phenomenal. All the characters have unique ability sets, so every time they get into a fight, they all have something unique to show the audience, which is absolutely spectacular. Then, this music. James Gunn is notoriously known for having all of his movies have incredible music. If you've seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, you know the man has an eye for music. He just knows how to pick out the music to go in his movies. That's what he's known for as being a great director. So in this, obviously, he brought that talent over here, and he picked out a lot of great songs that fit the movie in a perfect way, and I absolutely loved it. So basically what I'm saying is, go watch The Suicide Squad. It's on Max, and I believe they recently put it on Netflix, so go on, check it out, do it, great movie. You don't even need to watch the first Suicide Squad or any of the other movies in the DCEU. It's a perfectly self-contained movie that fits in the DCEU. So just watch it, enjoy it, have a blast, and if you actually ended up hating it, my socials are in the links in the description down below. So you can yell at me there or in the comments. So, you know, or if you loved it, I'd appreciate you saying that as well. So, yeah. But nevertheless, I am the innocent villain. Remember, folks, you're innocent until proven villainous. And I'll catch you in the next one, which, oh god, I'm not looking forward to that next movie, but we'll get there tomorrow.